Hello, 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 hello,
Hola.
hello, and welcome to this Final Boss Fight Let's Play of D&D. My name is John, and I am joined by Tanny.
Hello.
By Richard.
Hello.
And by Sean.
Marvel. How's Duck? Get on it.
And we are here to tell Marvel that they should make a Howard the Duck film, apparently, still. Because they still haven't.
They
They
have. I mean,
need
they did.
They
Did. Admittedly, the one they made way back when was abysmal, but it can work.
Times have moved on.
The world is ready for Howard now.
How many sessions there is into this?
This is the 5th session. This is session 5 of Rime of the Frostmaiden.
Session
I
5
feel like
of
I'll play this
1,000
first.
part sessions.
We've not played in a little while because we missed a session because it was MCM weekend.
How dare you?
And some of us went to the convention and some of us went out for dinner afterwards. And we had a good time, and that was fun. And now we're here.
And we're queer.
And that was a previously on for you. Did you actually want to previously on what happened in the game as well?
Have a previously on, please.
Previously,
Don't ask me. I wasn't here.
Previously, the last session of the game, you travelled from Targos under cover of darkness to Bryn Shander. You left Targos under cover of darkness and camped along the way and arrived at Bryn Shander early the next day, having discovered some dark secrets within Targos Town Hall. You've discovered some information that will hopefully lead to action being taken against certain members of the government within Targos, or certain speakers and town officials within Targos who are apparently corrupt. And you have decided that it would be in your best interests to take that information to the speaker of Bryn Shander. And so you have travelled to the big walled town of Bryn Shander, the largest of the 10 towns, and are currently, you're just being summoned into the meeting hall with the speaker, who is
Eating ice cream.
Speaker Duvessa Shane. And so you as a group, we are now transitioning from the previously on into the game, and for some reason the music is being very quiet.
Sounds pretty fun for me.
It's being very quiet for me. Bump it up a little bit.
No, what is the speaker's name?
Duvessa Shane. If you would like that, there it is in the chat for you, note takers.
I was very close. I just missing another S in Duvessa.
She is a relatively young, noble human. And despite being relatively young, she is also the head of the Council of Speakers. And you are shown through a very finely built town hall. Very nice building. and you are shown into a busy office, a desk with a number of chairs in front of it. Sat behind it, clad in blue robes, a blue fur-lined cloak hanging near the door, is Duvessa Shane, whom I have a picture for you in just a moment, when I can remember where I put picture.
It's somewhere.
Somewhere on the atmosphere.
Apparently I don't have picture for you. Doesn't
Lighter's job.
Like.
doesn't like the picture. Let's try that again. Nope. Okay, I don't have a picture. I can't show you a picture because I can't currently upload images to my own server. Which bodes well.
Lighter's job last time.
But sat behind the desk is a very stern-looking young woman with just past shoulder-length brown hair, a pair of metallic hoop earrings, and cold grey-blue eyes, and stood to the side of the room is a very stern-looking, older gentleman with a bald head and a greying beard, wearing a similar shade of blue outfit.
Maybe it's just their town colour.
The woman tenses her fingers and leans forward on the desk, gestures to the chairs. Please take a seat. My name is Duvessa Shane.
I take a seat and say, how do you do?
Axe will take a seat and introduce himself.
Carry on
Sorry.
discuss.
I take a seat also.
I believe you have some information for us.
Yeah. I think Zach's best to inform you.
Oh, yeah, of course. We have travelled overnight from Targos
Yes.
with information we found out about the authorities there. And it is a terrible story of corruption and crime and, dare I say, evil.
These are very serious allegations.
Indeed.
I assume you have something to back them up.
We have some papers. And I'll say we found these in the speaker's office.
Nyath, what have you been up to?
But these were in the course of our endeavours, we happened to be in the speaker's office, and we found this information. I'm sure once you understand the severity of what's going on, you'll understand the actions we've taken.
Yes.
I also have this cat. Holds out Mr. Puddins.
Yes, indeed. This cat is a witness to many, crimes.
I assume you aren't expecting us to go on the word of a cat.
He's a very good cat.
Yes.
In fairness, we haven't known the cat that long. And I have some. We have some papers we took from the office.
And you can leave them with us to verify their content?
Well, perhaps for now we could show them to you and you can inspect them, but that we'll take it from there.
You expect us to work just on looking at some papers that you claim to have gotten from Targos Hall?
I bet perhaps we've left Targos now. We have no.
You have left Targos.
Yes, we have no axe to grind in making trouble. We are most of us just traveling through, and we only came to see you to help the people of that area. It is no longer our immediate problem.
And so there will be no issue with you leaving the paperwork here so that it can be verified and the proper authorities can look into the situation that you claim to be currently afflicting the people of Targos.
Second. Inside check. No.
I'm going to try and insight this.
I believe her implicitly.
I'm going to insight it real quick. Even though my insight is -1. Anyone see that?
Yes.
15. Or
But no,
14.
it was on the edge. I didn't see if it was on the 14 or on the 19. It was like right in the middle. It was like, got a 14. Is she?
You look at her and Carrion. Very difficult to read her face. She has a great poker face.
Great big bushy beard.
Great big bushy beard. No,
Oh,
but
God.
Markham, who is stood behind her, does. And you find yourself distracted by this fabulous greying bushy beard.
So,
Cherish, you try to get a read on Duvessa. And it's difficult, but she's a politician. You don't sense any ill intent behind her words, but she wishes to follow the correct procedures. She knows that, there are procedures to go through, that she's not just going to suddenly act off the say-so of some people who have just walked in off the street.
No, that's understandable.
You don't get any sense that she is trying to mess with you or cause issues for you directly. But
Yeah. If I was there last time with most of the information I can, I would have been like, yeah, but this is what happened, and this is what we got. But the fact is that Cherish is just quiet. She's just basically allowing Dax to do all the talking because I don't know anything. So she's just like, yes. But
if you want to share that information with the rest of the group quietly, then
Yes, we'll have a minor sidebar while we decide what to do with these papers. Yeah, so it's just basically that they're part of some criminal syndicate, they're rigging the lottery, but that seems to be like just scratching the surface, and it seems like they're trying to orchestrate a takeover of sort of the political positions in the 10 towns. Would that be a fair assessment?
That's
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
they're actively seeking out weakness where they can
Yeah,
plot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did we have the I know we know as players. Did we have the name of this organization?
I don't believe you found it written down anywhere, but
Because it was just it was
as
the snakes,
players know it.
wasn't it?
I believe actually you do have one of the bits of information does mention the Black Network, which is a well-known cover for.
But do you know what else just happened? Do you know what else we just received? We just received a Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Hello.
Hello.
So yeah.
Which is a well-known cover for the group, but could refer to other things possibly. It's sort of very much that, plausible deniability of. I didn't really mean, that group.
You can't prove that in a court of law that I was talking about this very bad people. I could have been talking about any number of networks.
But I think we've all. Well, then again, I personally thought we established that the reason because you saw through your whatever, your piece of skin or your piece of nail that
you as characters know that, but you don't have any paperwork that hints to it. So you can say, they are members of the Zentarum.
Yeah.
But you don't have any paperwork that backs that up.
Yeah. So, Snicket, just so you know, we're about to hand over the papers we found in the office.
Ooh,
to
the papers about the trout.
Not so much the trout, but the papers about conspiracy and criminal matters.
Yes, the trout.
Oh, we're missing the group's dad, and I feel like with Snicket arriving, the scales are tipping to the out of controlness part of the group.
Team chaos.
It's not our dad, but it's our mum. Just called Amy Mum. Hi, Mum.
Hello, children.
This is how much. This is what we mean by a tad. Officially, this is a tad.
Okay.
How much am I late?
A tad, apparently.
A tad.
Yeah.
One
I'm
tad.
sorry, I was at my grandparents' place.
How dare you be at your grandparents' place?
I don't know why, but I really
well,
thought you were going to say I was at McDonald's. Just at the start of that.
No.
I was at McDonald's.
Grandparents getting sweet, sweetie money.
Of course.
I have a lot of ice cream.
Cool. To catch Snicket and AJ up, you are currently sat in Bryn Shander Town Hall in front of Duvessa Shane and a currently unidentified older gentleman with a great big bushy greying beard. And you have told them about the paperwork that you have discovered. They have asked if they can take the paperwork to verify its authenticity and go through the official channels to deal with the corrupt leaders of Targos.
Yes, the trout.
And you are currently having a sidebar discussion about whether you trust this political person over to hand the paperwork over to.
Right.
Continue.
I don't think we've got too much to actually lose, because we're not terribly invested in Targo. We're just trying to do the right thing here. So we give it
the last town governor we encountered in the last town was in it up to his eyeballs.
But then who do we go to if not this person?
I don't know.
I just heard kill John Lady or something. Look.
Do we know this person is if this person is in it up to his eyeballs? Do the thing with the nail again.
Well, it's not going to work if we're here.
Look,
We'd have to-
Dax, I think we should. I personally think the best way is just hand over the paperwork to Vessa
Mhm.
and just be on our way. Just say like we've had, like I turned to Vessa. Like, this is our only concern about what potentially me some criminal activity and probably some corruption upon this speaker of Targos. We only just doing this because we're just concerned, and we knew for a fact that it could be concerned of the people of Targos. That's all we are doing.
Yes.
And this is the paperwork that's
Primarily because we're really, really suspicious of you, because you're also a politician and you might be up to it in your eyeballs. And, we don't want to just hand it over to a bunch of corrupt people. You're corrupt.
What he said. Also, do you have any dealings with the trout?
Duvessa looks at Snicket for a full 30 seconds and then just... How can I convince you that I am not corrupt?
I'm personally happy to take your word on that.
I am not corrupt.
Inside check.
I'm gonna insight check. Yeah.
Boom!
Oh, I would have loved it if you'd rolled another natural 1 on that one and just... The beard...
Just literally, last time I got distracted by the beard. Now this time, literally, I'm not corrupt. That I can say.
Incredible.
Okay.
my ice cream.
Oh, that's pathetic.
I've got a strawberry ice cream.
She is not corrupt.
Yay!
Yay.
Okay,
I
that's
can
over.
say with 100% certainty, she's not corrupt.
I'm going to take all the papers we had concerning this matter and just put them on her desk.
I go back to Dufesso and said, like, if it's the way what we're doing is just only just being concerned, but can you please be able to look up on this just in case that we're not.
We will look
Wait,
into
what-
this paperwork. We will verify its authenticity and we will act accordingly.
Just some broader information that we learned we have no physical evidence of. They had some weird snakes in a jar, which seemed quite creepy, and they were rigging the lottery in the town of people who got sacrificed. And they were like really open about this. Like that, I was talking to one of them, and they pretty much said to me, "Do you want to pay some money to rescue someone from the, so their name wouldn't be put in the lottery?" About 2 minutes into us getting there.
It's more likely
So-
bribing others
Yeah.
in order to not be in the lottery.
Yeah. So it's and it was very creepy feeling from these people. But
Also, you should make sure to look into the trout as well. The trout are very
Oh.
suspicious.
Yes. Yes, Snicket. We'll look into the trout. She gathers up the paperwork and hands it to the gentleman stood in the room with you. Markham.
I'm gonna quickly do an insight check on that guy. I didn't see anything.
He is difficult to read as he is stood there quietly and not done anything.
And he's just very glorious with his beard.
He does have a glorious beard.
Duvessa just said, and is this your colleague?
This is
I'm
Sheriff
assuming-
Markham South. Yes, Markham Southwell.
I think you should at least learn the names of your employees better.
I have paperwork here. She hands the stack of papers to Markham. And Markham, investigate this, add it to the list of potential corruption in Targos investigation. And Can you bring me the dealing of... What was the person's name again? Tilner, who was looking after the lottery last.
Hell no.
You want us to bring her to you?
No, Markham here is going to fetch a file from his offices.
Okay. Markham.
You don't remember him?
No.
Players, you do remember him. Characters, you do not. Well, Amy might not, but that's possibly because it was like Amy's first D&D game.
Yeah.
Was this from your previous campaign? Is this?
He was somebody that you guys met in Bryn Shander, and somebody played as briefly.
Oh, then I would have been there, but that was a long time ago.
Literally, your first D&D game. Like, the
Wonderful.
first session you were in. Also, hey, Mr. Mako 36. Yes, good capitalist bosses don't know the names of any of their employees.
I was but a fetus. Now I'm a bird.
You enjoy ice cream with me.
Markham disappears out of the office for a few minutes.
We sit there in stony silence.
I'm just
Speaker.
trying to think. Do I want to do anything to any of the objects in this office?
Oh, Christ.
If we are going to just sit here in stony silence for Markham to return, I am going to offer Beaker to pet Mr. Puddins.
Of course. What was the file again? Sorry, that he's getting.
Duvessa asked him to fetch the file that they have on Tilner.
Tilna, that's it.
Tilna, who ran the previous lottery for the Bryn Shander.
Okay, thank you.
And Speaker, you mentioned the file of corruption on Targos. Like, add this to the. Does that imply
Yes.
there's already a considerable amount of evidence?
There is hearsay and gossip. This might be the first actual evidence that we have been able to add to the file, so this might allow us to go forward with our investigation more properly.
Would you like to pet Mr. Puddins?
Yes.
Hold out Mr. Puddins.
Would you like to hold my bag?
No. Cherish.
Yes.
While you sit there and wait for Markham's return, could you make me a perception check?
I can.
You see that nothing is real.
I see nothing.
You see nothing. You get distracted watching the cat just purring as it strokes up against the hand of Duvessa.
Worth just Cherish, or is it something that any of the rest of
Nope,
them might see?
just Cherish.
Okay.
Can I try a little bit later on?
Maybe.
The entire thing was just Cherish's husband was stuck to the window like one of those old Garfield.
It's like, hi, Rime!
Boom.
I think everyone's actually has now met the husband of Cherish now.
We.
And several minutes pass, and Markham returns with a file.
Paper. Why has the paper got writing on it?
That is usually what happens to paper.
Looks at you confused.
This is a file that we have on somebody we have unfortunately...
Excuse me.
This is a file that we have on somebody we've unfortunately let go of working at the town hall recently. Tilna Mello. She ran the lottery, the previous lottery for our last sacrifice, and she admitted afterwards that she had accepted a bribe. Obviously, this isn't something that we would allow.
Oh,
Is
good.
it-
I love me some political corruption in the
Is
morning.
it considered as illegal, or it's just like it's not?
Well,
It's forbidden to do.
It's an illegal act, I suppose.
Was it from a tiefling named Scaff?
No, I don't know the full details, but it says the paperwork that we have say they accepted a bribe from a dwarven glassblower by the name of Brannock, who paid
Right.
10 gold pieces to avoid being included in the lottery.
Oh, we
yeah.
got him recently, didn't we?
Oh,
Yeah, we did.
Is that the same guy that ended up
Got murdered.
Yes.
We.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it, and it's just not popping up. I'm gonna have to. Oh,
I
yeah,
know it was
three-
mentioned. I can't find the name in my notes.
You
there's
didn't
no-
previously have a name.
We didn't get a name.
Oh, so-
3 days ago, a dwarf glassblower murdered in Bryn Shander. Cause of death: dagger of ice through the heart. I think
So
that's
this is the
all-
second one of murders that happened
Yeah.
after they bribed.
Bloke in Targos
This-
tries to bribe to get out of the lottery, winds up dead. Bloke here tries to bribe to get out of the lottery, winds up dead. Maybe you just shouldn't bribe to get out of the
There
lottery. It
was
seems to be bad for your
Mm-hmm.
health.
Yeah, this is the third murder because there was a halfling and a human.
Yes, but we haven't been to where the halfling was
Was-
killed yet. We've not investigated the halfling.
We have not. Yeah. Okay. I remember now.
He tried to bribe his way out of the lottery.
You might wish to. It sounds like you're investigating the murder. You might wish to go and speak with Tilna yourself and see if she knows any of the details.
But we are definitely not investigating the murder. We're just read a lot of newspapers.
We're not.
We just. Yeah.
We're not meant to tell the authorities.
Okay.
We're just like collecting news.
We
If-
just like collecting bits of paper with all this corruption on them.
If you
hand
happen
them over
to
to the authorities.
like collecting news, then I would suggest you go and speak with Tilna.
Where can we find this Tilda to collect our news?
Well, she's unemployed now, but I do know that she used to go to the House of the Morning Lord quite regularly.
Ugh, religion.
If only Michael was here saying religion.
I miss religion.
I miss religion.
Speaker, what was the punishment for Tilna when she confessed to this crime?
Lost a job.
She lost her job.
And in Bryn Shander, the lottery, what happens to the person that's chosen?
They are sacrificed to the Frostmaiden.
So people died and someone paid, a philosopher could make the case that they were involved in someone's death.
Somebody was going to die regardless of whether this one person paid their way out of it.
Well,
Right.
How-
I
but
don't
how would-
follow. So I want to understand more about this lottery you all got going on here, especially this one where it informs sacrificing human. I want to know is this being is it? Do people volunteer to be in the lottery
No.
or?
So
No, it's. Everyone's put in it.
I have a
Everyone
I have
who
a
lives in
question.
Icewind Dale.
So you have this lottery to decide who gets sacrificed to the Frostmaiden. Someone
Yes.
tries to drive their way out of it and ends up dead. Does that count? Did that count as a sacrifice?
Well, we had already sacrificed somebody, so I guess if that is the Frostmaiden getting her revenge, then the Frostmaiden got 2 sacrifices.
What a lucky bitch.
I don't speak for the gods.
You just sacrifice people to them.
Oh, I don't personally do that either, but that is...
Why not?
Well,
You
that
should
is
really do
something that has been decided is the best course of action at this time.
But that should be a fair course of action, a fair system.
And if I could bring the person back who died and run the lottery again, I would. But sadly, that's not within my skill set.
Sorry, I think I dropped out there, DM. I just missed that.
That's a fair point. Could we find someone to revive these people and just ask them who killed them?
You could try if that is something that is within your budget and or skill set.
I think at the moment it's out of my skill set.
Yeah, give us 6. We'll come back in 6 months.
Yes.
Is it possible to do another perception check, John?
Not yet.
Okay.
No. Fiona.
Well, best go and see her then.
I'm going to whisper to Snicket, just very close. Can you make it a brief distraction?
You can make a big distraction. I'll just hold up my bag to AJ. AJ, hold this for me, please.
Oh, okay.
AJ,
Yes.
can you make
Oh,
me a
fuck
wisdom
you!
check?
What?
Irv's in there.
What is it, John?
Could you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, fuck you. Jeff!
Jeff, you
You want a
bitch.
distraction?
You do want a distraction. Where? Oh, here it is. It's up here. Oh.
You take the bag, and instantly you feel your muscles tense up.
Mm-hmm.
And you are paralyzed.
And I just point to AJ and says, something wrong with her friend here. She's just paralyzed. Something's wrong with her.
Because you made her take that bag.
No, something's wrong with her. You know, she
No, you
needs
made
to help her.
you made her take the cursed bag that you've got. That cursed bag. It's the.
Is this distracting enough?
What all I want to do is remove a fingernail and plant it somewhere discreetly in the office.
Okay, make
Hopefully all
me
attention.
a sleight of hand check with advantage.
I try and in the process of this distraction of him doing this, I go and try and help AJ for the love of God. Bless
Yup,
him.
that's me. You're probably wondering how I got into this situation.
I was like, sick. What did you do to him?
How do I make it go for advantage?
If you roll it and then mouse over it, you'll be
okay.
able to roll with advantage. So you mouse over it, there's a plus on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to read this card, but the thingy just landed on the card. I was
Okay.
like, oh no.
Which of you has the better?
Ugh.
So how's everyone today?
Okay, you pluck a fingernailed axe
Mhm.
and place it down. Whereabouts?
If I'm sitting in a chair, I want to sort of put it sort of behind a chair leg.
Okay. Just on the floor, or on like the tucked into the chair, or?
Oh, tucked into the chair. I suppose that would be brilliant.
Okay. You tuck it in, and as far as you can tell, nobody has noticed you do it. And after a minute passes, AJ, you just feel your muscles relax.
Well,
Can I
that was a somewhat terrifying experience. I want you to never give me this bag again, little goblin.
Can I have my bag back, please?
As long as you use it responsibly.
I mean,
I'm taking the bag.
I throw it on his face.
You're fine.
Yay!
I kind of check. I just overcheck AJ, saying like, "Hey, are you okay?"
I'm okay, but that was very weird.
Let's get you out of here, Ruffles.
Okay.
Now that your friend can move again, please
Get the fuck out of
leave.
my office.
We
Probably much
apologize for the intrusion, miss. Didn't mean to cause fuss. I mean, I didn't. I don't really speak for any others. Bye.
I just proudly march out. I helped. Snicket helped.
Stick it out.
I'd go up to Markham before we leave. Do you want to pet Mr. Puddins?
He looks. Yes.
No one can resist Mr. Puddins.
Mr.
As-
Puddins.
As Snicket leaves, he says to Markham, "You have a very bushy beard. I do like it."
To be ashamed that I do something wrong with it.
Thank you.
Marion Lee.
And then,
Puddin.
as
Very
you're
proud.
leaving, he looks to Cherry. You look familiar.
You're under arrest.
Get me out of here! I'm like, just. Excuse me.
He strokes his beard for a second.
It's just so majestic.
Yes, your eyes. You have
Eyes.
eyes. You have eyes.
Nice.
Out of your face.
Yes, thank you for stating the obvious.
Hang on a minute. And he goes into a corner of Duvessa's office and pulls out a painting that is tucked away.
I'm worried that I'd be like, just got a nude picture or something. No, these are nudes. Sir, why do you have these ones?
Do you know a Yaramir?
Yaramir?
This was his painting, and he points a painting towards you. And you see a man, a red-skinned tiefling, with mint green eyes, wielding a large battle axe, fighting against a giant white wolf. And it looks like your father.
Ooh.
Can't remember. Would she remember this? I forgot if I remember or not. She just kind of looks at it. It double takes looking at it like, I don't remember my father.
Why is that guy fighting a puppy?
I don't know Smiley. I might give you a better nickname, Sean.
Well,
I don't know whether to call you Smiley or Sparkles or
Wait.
Chuckles.
maybe it's not your father, but your daddy.
just literally just slowly turn Cherish just slowly turns her head to Ajax and just give her the most just
What?
give him
People
the
have
most
their interests.
deadliest stare ever.
I'm not kink shaming.
He might be your father, but he wasn't your daddy.
Okay. Right.
How did you come to have a portrait of Cherish's father?
I don't even know this man.
I collect portraiture of random NPC.
I dated this man.
He was a hero in these parts some years ago.
He was.
What?
Yes.
Then why did you hire me as a tour guide if your father lived here?
I don't know who he is. I never knew my father when growing up. I was living in a very isolated home, okay? My mother literally treated me like shit.
I would also want to know why you hired AJ as a tour guide. But more of a general question than a...
Jax, I think you kind of got the gist of it. I think
because I'm an amazing tour guide, thank you.
I don't know anything about Icewind Dale. That's the reason why I hired you.
You don't know but why, AJ?
Why not?
Well, I'm just saying there might have been better qualified people.
What are you trying to say?
He was the only one that seemed to...
Tune in next time for Rime of the Frostmaiden Civil War.
Well, AJ's job is dancing. My job is surviving in this wilderness.
But you were here and you weren't where Cherish was, so she couldn't exactly hide.
That's a fair point. I mean, really, it was just trying to be a subtle dig at AJ.
Well, it was just mean. What do you mean?
I owe it to a lot to AJ for bringing me here. So if it wasn't one for him, I would have been lost off my wits. And I trust him as much because I don't really trust a lot of people. Don't get it wrong.
And I just followed.
But carrying you guys, I can trust. It's more of he was the only one I was able to approach in a way of helping me out. Look, can we pass that right now and just I don't like the idea that we're having to make this kind of argument, this kind of banter. All of a speaker, the leader of speakers.
That is a fair point.
Yeah, I want to leave the room.
So, Boromir, or whatever his name,
Yaramir.
This is my father.
Well, I mean, he's got your eyes, or you have his, I should assume.
It's the only thing you left me.
Keep him here in my pocket.
Yeah, my pocket is just. I can't right now. I can't pull that version right now. Okay, so how do I find him?
He was a hero in these parts a couple of decades ago, but nobody's seen him for a while.
He might be dead.
Let's. No, thank you. But like I said, I've never met my father, and I leave. Cherish leaves the room.
Are we all leaving the room now?
I plan.
Markham puts the portrait back.
I kind of stop him at first and just kind of really, really study his face to really kind of lock it into my brain, and then I leave. In case I need to show, in case I need to do some sort of magic to show this particular face.
In case you find his skull and you need to put something on, you need to see whose skull is this? Oh, it's his.
Yes.
As we're leaving, Snicket has a look of confusion or frowning on his face as if he's forgotten to do something. I'm sure there's something I'm meant to do, but I should. I feel like there's something. It feels like there's something I should have done, but I haven't done it yet.
Probably leaving the room, so let's go.
I want to put my hand on Snicket's back and just sort of try and guide him out of the room quickly.
I think Cherish is just quiet for a bit.
As
just remembering something.
Pass by the As we pass by the reception area, I'm going to stare at the receptionist and make the ding sound of the bell again.
I'm just going to
just lock eyes, but just lock eyes and just ding. Just
I'll just like put my hand on the bell and just like make it just like enchanted to go ding at random intervals.
Oh. Once we're outside, I will explain. I need somewhere just to sit so I can do the remote viewing of the office. So if we can find just somewhere I can sit outside.
Maybe probably head back to the tavern or something. Like head back to like a place of rest.
We I don't believe we have any. This was the first place.
Literally headed straight to town
But
hall.
they'll be talking about us now. By the time 10 minutes time, they might have moved on to other business.
Then sit on the steps and just
Yes,
do
I
it.
shall sit on the steps.
There's
So
a
I'm
marketplace in front of the town hall. You could mingle in that.
But I will be blind and deaf for a minute. So
Sorry, we'll lead you around.
I'd rather be stationary.
Give you a piggyback.
If my character wasn't so headstrong kind of lady, I would love to do the joke as like trying to actually convince people like, oh, he's blind and deaf. Please give money to the man. In the proper charade. But no.
We could just draw in his face.
Oh my god, he probably will feel that.
Yeah, he's blind and deaf,
Like-
not completely absent.
I think I remember the time in Clutches of the Occult that Milo was just randomly poking Borog's face, and he's like, "I can feel that, He's like, "Oh yeah." I don't know if it's different compared to the fact that this is a different matter.
So I will cast my Eerie token remote viewing.
Okay, you concentrate on your fingernail, and your senses rush back into the room through the solid wall, and you are, visually wise, you can see a chair.
Yeah.
It's not the best place visual wise to be able to see the
I'm
room.
I'm more
But-
interested in hearing. Yeah.
You can hear a conversation occurring between Markham and Duvessa, and they talk for a few minutes.
It only lasts
That lasts
for
a
a minute,
minute.
I believe. Yeah.
You pick up in this conversation that they are talking about Targos, and you get the sense that they've had their eyes on Nearth for a little while, and they haven't been able to get any information on him yet. You hear things like slippery and that he knows what he's doing to avoid most open channels of inquiry and investigation, and that he can put on a good show when he knows that he needs to. And they seem quite satisfied that they might finally have some insider information.
Got it. Right.
They don't sound like they are preparing to immediately charge down to Targos and oust someone, but they are, they are preparing to look into the information.
They're taking it seriously and not going, let's ring this guy and tell him, like,
Yeah.
we're part of it, and, so it's broadly speaking good news for us.
They seem to be continuing with exactly how they were when you were in there, which is these guys down north of us might be suspicious, and we need to look into that, but we need to do it through the official channels, otherwise we're as good as they are.
Okay.
So yeah, their demeanor towards it hasn't changed with you not being there.
Right. I mean, if that's everything I get from I will wait a minute just in case. Then they go, our evil plan to kill so and so. But once the minute's up, I'll, just come out of it.
They at no point during the minute of listening suddenly change gears to
Yeah.
No, you stick with it for the whole minute, and they seem fairly straightforward the whole time.
Okay. When I come back to, I'll just look at my hand and see as my fingernail regrows. And the other one in the room is destroyed in this process, so there's not even any fingernail evidence.
Just fucking detonates.
Oops.
That's what you don't know is every time one of them disappears, it just goes.
So, did you see anything?
They seem on the level. They seem like they're taking this information seriously and they're going to act on it. But they're building a case. It's not going to be they run down there right now. They're going to do things properly. But there certainly doesn't seem like they're going to betray us or that they're in on it.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Good. Let's go shopping.
Going to see this Tilna person, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but the shopping is right here. We are right in the market.
Best to
Like
do something.
the entire time that we've been waiting for this, I've seen a street food vendor, and I don't know what he's selling, but it smells really good, and I really want it. And it's like, and it looks tasty.
Everyone's smiling.
Fried dough. Get your fried dough here.
Oh,
I mean, Cherish, I can show you a wonderful place here.
mm-hmm.
If you're looking for the right equipment on a journey, the best place to go is always Black Iron Blades.
Okay.
Somewhere in the ninth circle of hell.
I don't know. It sounds like a bunch of fly-by-nights to me. I've heard their stuff is really unreliable.
Oh no, they're always incredible company. Quality otherwise. And I hold out my hand to Cherish.
Fine.
And I will escort her to Black Iron Blades.
Carrion. As you cross the marketplace with Mr. Puddins in your hands, under your cloak, where is your cat right now?
Just kind of just held in front of me, just not at arm's length, just kind of arms folded with the cat, just yeah.
Cradled in your arms in a
Yeah.
fairly normal manner. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the sound of several market stalls calling out their, wares in the middle of the day, and you've fried dough, get your fried dough here. Oh, we got the great tomatoes. It's new up from Luskan. And just suddenly you feel this presence creep up next to you, Carrion. So you want to buy a ferret? You make a good pet.
So, you want to buy a ferret?
You look like you need a monkey.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my.
You look like you need a monkey. Only $10 American.
Monkey.
Monkey.
Now, Carrion, you've got one pet.
Let me see this ferret.
You wish to see ferret? Oh, yes. This way.
Whoa.
Whoa.
This seems dodgy.
Stranger danger, Carrion!
I want to see the ferret. I'll come as well.
Informational films on this, Carrion.
I'm using my sword hey, get the fuck out.
Children get warned about this.
It's a shame that It's a shame that Cherish and AJ have both gone off to Black Iron Blades and not where we were going. Oh, such
Well,
a shame.
Dax is very adamant that this is a bad idea.
It's such a shame that
Well,
Gary's
well,
not here to take care of
if you come along with us as well, and obviously Bryn is coming along with us because of course he is. Aren't you? Yes,
Yes,
he
I
is.
am.
Now, come on. We all know Bryn's the voice of reason in this group.
Yeah.
So if we're going to
Yeah.
pretend to be...
Which is what I'm saying. If all four of us go and see this ferret, this guy will die if he tries anything.
Yeah. Suspicious ferret seller man, where are we going? Where are you taking us?
We are going to my stall over there.
Like out in the open air?
In that,
Not
in that alleyway there, yes.
in the alleyway.
In that dark alleyway with the sign over the top saying "definitely murdering alleyway."
I mean, to be fair, he has just asked for very very obviously heavily armed people to follow him into an alley.
Not that alleyway, the other alleyway.
So yeah, he's either overconfident or
Very well prepared.
stupid.
Oh, it's very well prepared to kill four heavily harmed people.
I just have this feeling that I can trust him. I feel a connection to this.
Oh, God.
I can't put my finger on it.
Snicket just immediately starts marching towards the alleyway. I want to see this weasel.
Meanwhile, in a forest somewhere, far, far away,
Rat Damon's ears perk up.
Mother.
Dear God.
I'm going to that. I want to see this. I want to see if this guy. I want to see if this guy gets his redemption of actually selling a ferret.
The shady figure, who you can't quite work out what humanoid race he is.
Oh, this is getting better and better.
Leads you into a darkened alleyway next to the alleyway that says definitely murders happen here. It's the next alleyway over.
Sometimes murders happen here.
And he leads you to...
What's your name, suspicious weasel selling person?
My name is Dimitri. I get you what you want. If what you want at the moment is a ferret.
First it was just like, hey, what are you buying? And then suddenly it's cushy, and now
It's not to pin down the accents as to where you come from.
Hey, I have accent. It helps me make friends with people, and I trade with many people, so I have many accents. It is just reasonable. You want an accent?
The trustworthiness keeps going up and up and up with every passing second.
You want accent? I get you accent.
You want accent? I give you accent.
What accent you want? You want this accent? You want that accent? You want the other accent? Here's your way. I give you accent.
Okay, that's fucking good.
We go down this alleyway. What horrible thing happens to us?
I think this guy's having a stroke.
You see what looks to be an approximation of a market stand. If somebody had made it from a bunch of cardboard boxes and maybe a little bit of like off-cut of cloth, it's like leaning over heavily to one side, and he goes back.
You have all the... Oh, sorry.
He ducks back behind it and like pushes one corner of it back up again to like plump it back up into shape, and he pulls out a cage and places it on the top of the stand, and as he does so, the weight of it slowly presses that side of the stand down a little bit. Weasel. No, you wanted ferret. I get you ferret. Puts the cage back under, pulls out another one, places it on top. Ferret.
Is it actually a different cage, or is it the same cage that he's
It's
now
a
insisting?
remarkably similar cage.
More importantly, is there a ferret in the cage?
There
Or
is not a ferret in the cage.
Is it a hamster or something?
What is in the cage?
Roll me a nature check.
Hold on, nature.
For whom?
Anyone who wishes to try and work out what it is that is in this cage.
You see that guy's just like nudged mine to a 19.
Okay. Carrion, it's a ball of fluff. It could be a rat, hamster, mouse. Might be a very short ferret. You difficult to tell in the darkened conditions and with it not moving.
I will remind the group, both our character and character, I can cast Speak with Animals.
Snicket.
Yes, hello, yes.
You can tell with absolute certainty that this is a rat with a haircut.
I fucking love it.
It's a rat with a haircut. It's not a ferret, it's a rat with a haircut. How much?
How much for the rat with the haircut?
I will. You want rat with haircut? I get you rat with haircut. You want rat with haircut? 1 gold.
Whoa,
One gold.
whoa.
You should check to see
How much was the ferret going to be?
Ferret 10 gold.
10 gold.
You drive a hard bargain, sir, but I give you your 1 gold for your rat with the haircut.
I feel like some of these characters need like someone with power of attorney over them, like to handle the finances and.
Then you have rat with haircut. It is yours now. You take care. Enjoy.
I take the cage with the rat with a haircut.
My question is it alive?
Don't forget to put it down in your inventory.
Is rat with a haircut alive?
You pick up the cage and the rat just scurries over and like.
Don't worry. One day I'll find a nice gnome to help you talk.
And then start calling him Rat Damon again.
It won't be Rat Damon again. How dare you?
Damon Rat.
No. How he won't be anything like he'll be Rat LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
Hey, Rat Damon was my cousin.
I'm done. I'm literally done.
You can't.
You know, Carrion, I've got a reputation around here of not someone who gets taken in by scams and whatnot. And why that's in danger.
Well, there's a first time for everything. Pats him on the shoulder and leaves the alleyway.
I mean, we didn't die, or, you know...
As the three of you that are left in the alleyway, Dimitri just look. So, what can Dimitri get for you guys? No? Okay, then go. Bye. Shoo.
Do you have anything peculiar, weird, unusual?
I had a rat with a haircut.
Can I ask you, Dimitri, do you have all the official paperwork and permits and whatnot to be running a stall?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. Look over there. Runs away.
Oh, bomb.
I will get them for you. He ducks behind the stool and isn't there anymore.
I look behind the stool. Do I see any more cages with animals, or is it just like nothing there?
There's nothing there, and you see an open trapdoor that was hidden.
As I turn around, rather clumsily, I will knock at the stall with my quarterstaff. And I imagine it's not going to take much to just demolish the whole thing.
It just collapses in on itself under its own weight as you do this, yes.
Yeah.
This is where you find out it was booby-trapped and detonates with the force of 1,000 nuclear warheads.
Why on earth did you buy a rat for 1 gold?
Because look at him! Holds out the cage.
Squeak.
We live in a place of plentiful rats.
See, now that you made him squeak like that, John, I now imagine this is the most hench rat I've ever seen in my life.
It's like, oh, look at the baby. Oh, look at the baby. Big baby.
Wow.
No, look at the baby.
Could we have a look in the official market stalls for more
I need to get that fried dough.
fried dough and other practical concerns?
Yeah, you are welcome to look for whatever you wish. Meanwhile, at a blacksmith shop just north of the market square.
Yes.
There is a little ting 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 as Cherish and AJ push their way through the door. And a pair of dwarves look up. One of them ting, 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 at a blacksmith at the back,
Yes.
while a female dwarf stands behind a makeshift desk with a number of bits of adventuring gear on it. Hello and welcome to Black Iron Blades. How may I assist you?
Hello, good miss. I'm just showing my friend around to see if she would require anything of interest here.
Come in, come in, come in. My name is Elza. This is Garin. Hi.
Garum.
Garin the Hammer.
The hammer.
The hammer.
I love it. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I am the Avian of Joy.
That's exciting. Can we assist you in any shopping that you might need to do today?
Well, if my companion, Charity, here is anything of interest she'd like to see, then she is more than welcome to vocalize it.
Yes. Hello.
Hi, I'm
just-
Elza.
Nice to meet you. I'm Cherish. I'm just gonna have a little browse before
I'll have a browse too. Did they have any rapiers?
They would do, yes.
Cool.
Are the rapiers of the same quality as they were last time?
They would be, yes.
Do they just sell weapons or can they reinforce weapons?
They could reinforce weapons.
Oh.
Are you in the business for reinforcing equipment?
Depends on the make and what reinforcements you would need, but Garn should be able to do it.
I will pull out my rapier.
I don't suppose you could sharpen this up a little bit, could you?
I mean, it might take us a little bit of time, but
How long?
maybe... How sharp do you need it?
Sharp.
2-3 hours?
Oh, that's absolutely fine. How much would that be?
We can do a bit of work on it now. It'll be about 7 gold. For a rush job.
Cut it down to 5, and I will compose a song about your shop.
I can't believe you're doing this.
Make me a persuasion check.
Incredible.
I'm afraid that we have enough publicity out there already. No, 7 gold.
Cherish
Okay.
is just
I
like
will-
she's stifling in laughter, trying to hold her laughter back. Like, you seriously can't do that.
I will give an irritated sigh and pay the 7 gold.
Do we have any more gold recently, or like? Because I feel like I've missed a lot of gold recently.
No.
I believe you both would have got... I both put on your character sheets the gold you got at the end of the last session.
Yeah.
I remember
okay.
you saying that you did that, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm up to 26 gold. So it's-
We do have a bit of a party fund as well.
I think all of us are between between 25 and 30 gold, like each of us will have.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Okay.
Depending upon starting background.
I go up to Eris and said, "Look, I have no use of these 2 hand axes. Is there any way that I can sell these?"
Eliza looks at you and goes, "Who is Eris?"
Alice. Oh, my bad. My apologies.
Get out of my shop.
I'm afraid my mind is elsewhere, but don't suppose you're able to sell these hand axes.
One moment.
Got 2 of them.
You have no need of these hand axes. Well, they are of okay make. I can give you 2 gold pieces each.
That's absolutely fine.
4 gold for both.
Yep, that's fine.
She takes 4 of the gold that she's just been paid by AJ and hands it to you and takes the axes.
Thank you, and allow you to delete them off my thing.
Yeah. Where is Cherish?
I'm right here.
Okay.
Woo!
So, AJ, you're leaving the hand axe, the rapier.
Yes.
Cherish, is there anything else you wish to purchase, or are you okay for the moment?
Possibly maybe like sharpen up my great sword.
Okay.
Your great sword.
I do have a great sword that's probably needing a good touch up.
That might take a little bit longer, but
Honestly, that's how much would you? Is there? What would be the time frame?
well, a great sword. Well, we could sharpen it, but it's going to cost you 20 gold.
That'll be fine.
And it will.
As soon as you say 20 gold, you just hear AJ in the back just starting to hum a little tune. I don't know why it's composed a song when AJ's not a singer.
I was wondering that.
Just like, Black Iron Blades.
It will probably take about a day of work.
Well, that'd be absolutely fine.
Oh, no wonder he failed the persuasion check because he can't sing. Black iron blades, they iron black things.
So I give her 20 gold. So I will come back somewhere after the morning or early afternoon.
Come back early afternoon tomorrow.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for your patronage. We will be on our way.
Now get ready for the most combat-heavy 24 hours in any campaign ever.
If only we had a great sword.
I've got a flail, but it's not as strong.
I've got a dagger. Yeah, we leave. AJ's like, fucking rip off. And they just go.
I just like look at AJ's like, but you were, boasting about them earlier.
Well, I was, but their prices were a bit cheaper. The last time I checked, 2 years ago.
There's your problem.
Inflation.
Inflation. All right, let's go find the others.
Cherish will go back into her thoughts again.
You find your way into the marketplace and you find Carrion fairly easily carrying a cat in one hand and a cage with a rat in it in the other, and somehow juggling between them a cone of fried dough.
I think you'll find I've got the rat cage under my arm, my cat in another arm. My hand is holding the cone, and the cat, the rat, and Carrion each have a fried dough ball in their mouth.
I just kind of like slightly go up to. I just like have a bit of a jog up to Karen. Like, what's happened here?
Squeak.
And I just take out the fried dough out of his mouth.
My dough ball.
Hey, I'll help you eat it. You seem like you got a bit of a full. You seem to be like having.
I got dough balls.
That looks very nice.
Squeak.
Carrion, is the cat gonna try and kill the rat?
Mr. Puddins wouldn't do that.
I think Mr. Puddins would.
You swallowed the cat to catch the rat.
Yeah, you have to remember,
Dying.
a lot of people have cats purely to catch rats.
Yeah, but Mr. Puddins wouldn't do that. See? Exactly.
I just help Carrion eat his dough ball.
I'm going to insight Mr. Puddins. 15.
You get the feeling he wants to eat the rat after he eats the dough ball.
Well, lucky that that my rat is in a cage.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a rat? Just having a good look at the cage now.
Squeak.
Squeak.
Oh, with that
It's a rat with a haircut.
A rat with a haircut.
I bought him.
And their name is?
I haven't thought of it yet.
Squeak, squeak, squeak,
Elvis.
squeak.
Carrion
I
was
know.
conned by a trickster out of one.
Can't. He asked me if I wanted to buy a ferret. I went in. I didn't see what. I couldn't tell what it was. Snicket told me it was a rat with a haircut. I wanted the rat with a haircut. I didn't get conned.
It's a bait and switch, isn't it?
How did it bait and switch?
Because you were baited with a ferret.
And then he
that-
offered something else for cheaper.
It should be called Elvis the Rat.
I don't know.
Maybe Pelvis.
No, I don't know.
Delvis.
It's going to take a lot of thought to find the perfect name.
All right, Rat Man.
Isn't that right, Mr. Rat?
Squeak.
We're not. You can't call him Mr. Rat. They need a name with finesse.
Just a general inkling of what that squeak meant.
You get the feeling it was yes, and we are not called Elvis.
Surely you
For
can't be
the
serious.
last time, I can talk to the rat.
Yes,
I can have meaningful
But that-
dialogue.
now that I'm aware of it, Carrion is probably aware of it as well, but now that I am aware of it, I am going to go for as long as possible to make sure you don't get
Incredible.
that one.
Oh, you got better now. It's a cat.
Okay, well, now that we have acquired a new pet, what else would you like to do? We could go rest. And socialize more, I guess, bond. I mean, not to forgive me, Dax, but we still don't really know you.
Okay.
I actually kind
That
of
felt-
know half of you all.
No, I don't mean to be condescending. I'm just saying that I'd like to get to know you and Snicket better. And Brim,
oh.
wherever the hell he is.
We do still need to speak to Tilna.
Well, he's like
Well, yes, but that's a secondary issue.
Bryn's over there.
You seem
Points
to
over to
have-
Bryn, who's T-posing in a corner.
You seem to have the ability to take off your nail and use that as some sort of spying thing.
Yes, I do.
How? I don't understand you.
Oh well, we can perhaps talk about that. But there's one thing I want to do first, and I want to peer at the rat, and go he likes to be called Elvis.
No, he doesn't.
I just spoke to him.
Yeah, but I got the feeling that he doesn't like the name Elvis.
Squeak.
Well, I spoke to him and he said he'd be very.
Well, I don't believe you. So
I
Where's the
think
nearest
whatever-
tavern?
after all, it was you and Snicket who wanted me to put the cat in the bag, and the bag is found to be harmful and at least dangerous in some manner. So I'm not believing.
I think
Woo.
the thing is, this is Carrion's. This is Smiley's responsibility. So whatever Smiley calls Mr. Pudding and our new friend here, it's up to him.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Where's the nearest tavern? I need a drink.
And I just give a little scratch to Mr. Pudding's little chin. It's like saying,
Yes.
"Ow."
Let's
I
find
look-
a tavern and
I
perhaps I
look
can.
at I look at Mr. Pudding judgmentally.
Mr. Pudding looks back judgmentally.
It's like you're jealous
Yeah.
that you want to.
You just looked at a cat, the most judgmental of all animals, in a judgmental manner.
The closest tavern to where you presently are is the North Look, which is,
To the south.
it's to the north of the city. It's right next to the northern gate leading out of town, and
Why is there a
is
tavern all the way up there?
is probably one of the rowdiest and most dangerous place to stay in Bryn Shander.
Well, let's go.
No.
Well,
Are you
let's
sure?
not go to a nice place and have certain people wreck it
Let's go to,
by
let's go
writing
to
on
a horrible
things
place.
or
Let's
you
go to a
know.
horrible place and wreck that.
Well, if that's your shout, then fair enough. But last time I was there, my feathers were somewhat ruffled, so. Ugh.
Is that a bad thing? I
Do you want to judge? Do you want to
yeah,
assume anything?
I don't know many peacocks, and you know.
That's okay. I don't know many peacocks either.
Yeah, wonderful.
And then I just like put my hand up dramatically to my head and just like,
I never knew my parents. I just popped out of the egg and did a cute little dance, and then that was me, the avian of joy.
I thought of his name.
Impressive.
What's his name?
Squeak.
Just Carrion suddenly looks dramatically into the middle. I know his name.
And
The rat gets up on the side of the cage and looks dramatically into the middle distance. Squeak, 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 squeak.
Exactly. You know what it is.
Squeak.
It's Ratberry.
Raspberry.
what?
Oh no.
Ratberry.
Rat Perry.
Berry.
Right,
Berry.
berry, as in
like
toast.
Sweet fruit berries.
That's in the
Toast
IT
of
crowd.
London. Yeah, it's
And
the
the
actor.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Exactly.
Lovely.
Well, I'm glad he's managed to get a good.
I was going to go for Rat LeBlanc, but then I thought, no. Ratberry.
That's a dated reference, I feel.
Yeah.
Ratberry's more contemporary.
A strong name now to drink.
And now, if we do make Ratberry speak, John has to do his best Mattberry impression.
It's not good.
No.
But then
Good luck.
neither are my accents or other things I do. So, you know.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
But the North Look, was it? The
Yes.
tavern?
Tavern.
You head, unsurprisingly, northward, out past Black Iron Blades, and you can see through the window Garn hammering on a rapier.
Sticky just looks derisively at Black Iron Blades.
And you head to the North Look. And as you get there, another elderly gentleman looks up from behind the bar. Hello, I'm Scramsax.
This is in character, by the way. We are sniggering in character.
Yeah.
How many rooms do you need?
How many rooms do you have?
At the moment, free. We have 4 rooms are available right now.
Cool.
I suppose we could pair up and share.
I think we'd already sort of paired up in the past, hadn't we?
Well, let's pair up again then.
No, I'm not Chris.
You know what? I'm going to pair with you.
Is this a getting to know you thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I just look at Carrie and say,
I'm actually not pairing up with Brim.
I just look at Carrie and say, do you want to pair up?
Oh.
in secret, basically, Josie secretly just wanted pet Ratberry and
Just Carrion, Ratberry, and Mr. Puddins all just look. Okay.
Fine. I'll go as Mr. Grumpy Pants.
So 3 rooms, please.
3 rooms. That will be an amount.
Outrageous price and amount.
You think an establishment like this would have more, would know the prices?
okay.
Yeah.
You'd think, but he's had a long day.
1 gold per room, 3 gold for the night.
All right.
He's paying, points to Brim.
Oh, we do have a party fund. What's in that?
What is in that?
I don't know.
Where's the party fund? Party inventory. We have 7 gold.
Might as well just use the 3 out.
Yeah, might as well.
So
4 gold remain in the party fund.
I shall leave that for someone else to do because I don't want to. I don't know what'll happen if I try and edit it and someone else try to edit it at the same time. It might explode.
It's probably not worth trying. It's... He hands you 3 keys. Rooms are just upstairs. Feel free to leave anything there that you don't want to carry around town with you. It's
all right. I've got a bag.
good for you. Well
thank
done.
you, good sir.
We're not doing lunch anymore. It's a little late for that, but we'll be doing dinner soon.
Are you doing alcohol?
Ooh.
What's for dinner?
Stew.
There are 2 kinds of people.
And yes, we can serve you some alcohol now.
Oh, hell yes.
Is the tavern currently well populated, or is it empty pretty much?
At the moment, it's pretty empty.
Well, Dax, I shall initiate this bonding moment by buying you a drink.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you.
What would you like?
What are the options, Scram?
I thought you were going to say water then.
No.
What are the options?
What are the options?
The options.
The
options.
Ale, mead, I mean, I could get out a wine maybe if you wanted to go fancy.
Oh, mead would be fine, thank you.
In which case, I shall also have a mead, although fancy is my middle name, but I can't be too fussy.
What was Olive?
Avian of Fancy Joy?
Details.
So, how much is that?
So are you buying a round for everyone or just for the two of you?
No, just us two.
I'll not feel special if it's for
everyone.
everyone.
8 copper for just the two of you.
8. Oh, I guess I could buy it for everyone. Yep, first one's on me. So that's 8 times 6.
I will have a glass of milk. Mr. Puddins will have a saucer of milk, and Ratberry will have some water.
I want ale.
I
want to try
want
the
the
ale.
strongest you've got here.
Yes.
That'll be the ale.
The ale then, please.
And it's still 8 copper each? Or is it cheaper for
4
anyone?
copper each, so 4 times 6.
So 12,
How long
18,
is it?
20,
How long until the place picks up? When does the place get lively?
It's
40.
a few hours from now.
So that will leave me with 60 copper. Okay, that's all good.
Thank you. All right. To us, and the lack of doing much of anything today.
I don't know what you're on about. We did a lot today.
To us and this murder investigation.
Yeah, I was going to mention this. Let's not keep telling people investigating the murder, especially people who were told.
And this murder investigation that I have choreographed, and I invite everybody in the tavern to come to it later. It's one silver piece to enter.
Does Cherish get her ale?
Yes.
Yes.
She just downs it.
Also knocks back the ale.
We could do that though, murder mystery. We'll get a great business out of that.
You look round, and yeah, the tap room at present is largely just you and one other guy in the corner nursing a mostly drunk mead. And
Incredible.
you can see on the wall.
How does it mead get mostly drunk? Is it too much alcohol in it?
Next to the bar, you can see a mounted red trout.
I just look at it, point at it. It's a trout. That's who's behind it. It's a trout.
Oh, this motherfucker. Right. I've had business with this trout in another game, and I don't want to relive it.
I'm just downing. Cherish is just downing her drink.
Yeah. Should we sit and have a drink?
No.
Stand and have a drink?
Yes. I need to
Lay
stretch
down,
out
lay
my
down flat on the
talons.
floor and have a drink.
Okay.
Are we just going to wait here until food comes until the place picks up?
Okay.
We're having a group bonding.
Yeah, we're bonding.
Yeah.
So, Dax and Snicket, since Brim's just being antisocial, boring right now.
Brim sips heavily from the mug and just like.
I've got to get. Sorry, I haven't been doing his voice right. Hang on.
So how have you come to be here? I know it is from all of us coming to be here, but in terms of Icewind Dale as a whole.
I had a workshop back in wherever the heck it was we started. Back in Tourmaline, I had a workshop there. Then it blew up, and I had another workshop there. Then that blew up, and I had another workshop there. Then I met Dax, and then he got me another workshop, and then that blew up as well. And then I'm here.
The use of the passive sort of description there of it blew up, as opposed to
It exploded,
you
yeah,
blew it up.
It blew up. I didn't blow up. It blew up.
I don't know a great deal how I actually came to Icewind Dale. My family came here, were moving here, but I was separated from them at some point, and just brought up in the area.
Oh no! And you've never been able to find them?
Well, I think that it didn't end well for them.
Oh,
They died.
well,
Yes. But I can't remember them. I was very, 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 very young.
that's fair enough. I don't remember my family either.
That's sad.
It's not really sad, because if I don't remember them, there's nothing much to be sad about.
They're a different family, and they're my
No.
family.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yes. Well,
My family is my audience.
is it a good
And as long-
relationship with your family then?
Well, if they're giving me tips, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if they are happy, then I am happy.
If you all can keep not exactly a secret, but keep it on the down low, as I believe the kids say.
Okay.
I can tell you about my family that exists to this day.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, you were asking about how I can pull off my fingernails and spy on people.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
well,
because of my new family. The people who
Oh.
found me in the wilderness.
Oh my.
Now-
And who are they?
Don't overreact.
All right.
Sniggert, carrion. Don't overreact.
I feel like you're not.
Why would I overreact? It says.
Some of this group are a bit highly strung.
Looks over at Cherish.
Look at Bryn.
Yeah, looks at Bryn.
Bryn, the excitable one there. You can't, Well, I was found by a hag coven, and they raised me.
Snicky just like snorts into his drink. There's a fly in this.
But
Tasty.
yes, they raised me, and sort of hanging around with them, I changed a bit, and I have my antler horns and my skin and some powers.
Okay.
But yes, they're not a typical family, and by no means are they a nice family, but they are my family.
Do you still keep in touch with them?
From time to time.
But in what way did you wear the wilderness? Did you die in the wilderness? Because I'm assuming that's like very cold weather. I don't think anyone would.
I think I was very, very lucky in a sense that I was that they found me. Because yes,
AJ takes a long drink.
But yes, it was in a sense very lucky.
Oh, good for you.
That was nice of them. Just sips his milk.
Well, I believe
I
I believe there was a long discussion between them about eating me or sacrificing me or using me in some sort of spell, but sort of time went by and then they grew attached and they, and by the time they made the decision on what they wanted to do, they didn't want to do that anymore.
Well, at least you had some attachments.
Well, good for you, I suppose, as long as they were caring towards you.
In their own peculiar manner.
In their own hag way, right.
Yes. I mean, if a hag doesn't kill you, that's quite an affectionate sign. so I had, 20 years of not being killed.
Right.
Well, if anything, Dax, you are very pretty useful to have around.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because those skills you had, I've never heard them in my life before.
Hmm.
Seemed
Well,
very helpful in this
I-
matter.
I believe my family were humans, but the term I've heard used for people like me is hexblood. And now I believe there are others, often who encounter fae or similar creatures.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
But not everyone likes, understandably, not everyone likes hags.
I mean, I've never encountered one, so I'm not one to judge.
Yeah, me neither. Not in my times being in the Neverwinter militia. I've never really encountered that much.
They tend to live out of the way. You have to go and track them down. And
Yeah.
A voice just
That-
crosses your mind, Cherish. You wouldn't need to track them down. You haven't had any need to.
Cherish just kind of rolls her eyes, have a little bit of a smile.
Cherish, these were the people I mentioned who could potentially help you.
Oh, it's not. It wasn't my husband. She mistaken that for her husband, I'm assuming.
Oh, the
right?
voice in your head was your husband.
That's
Yes,
random.
but I was saying when we spoke some time ago, well, in game, like a day or two ago,
Oh, yeah.
and I
remember.
said
So basically,
there was
the hive could potentially help us.
yes, they make a lot of deals,
I don't know.
but it's not something to be entered into lightly.
No.
They're fair, but they ask a lot.
Well, you were asking why I was in Icewind Dale, why my reason was in Icewind Dale. I don't know if it's been fully established now. Okay, so I'll make it real quick because in the end I just don't want to make a lot of fuss out of this. But the reason I'm in Icewind Dale is that I believe that my older sister Marigold and my youngest brother Kieran is in danger and has given me a letter saying something about my mother, who I have not seen in many years, and pretty much my estranged mother in a way. It's not who she is, as far as what my sister has said in her letter, and that she has gone to Icewind Dale. In which one she's in which way she is, I do not know.
Could your family, your brother, your sister, be looking for your father, who we now learn might be in the area or have been once?
Well, I know something that I've completely forgotten, which I now know. I was very young when my dad had left my family. Kieran was only just a baby, and I just can't remember him. The only person who would more likely would remember my father would be Marigold, my oldest sister, and so maybe she is out looking for him. I don't know. I don't know what if that's her own intention of coming to Icewind Dale, knowing now the fact that that sheriff guy has showed me a portrait of that's who's claimed to be my father. Maybe that's the reason why they're in Icewind Dale. I haven't seen my sister and Kieran for a very long time. I left my family when Kieran was just 5 years old. I wasn't kicked out. I ran away in some cases. I was known as the child who didn't want to. I didn't have a good relationship with my mother, so I left. And then was part of the militia of Neverwinter, and spent my life there until I met my husband that you have seen, which I think he is a very odd husband, but I think you might. I don't know if you are, whether you are aware that he is actually an archfey. I didn't know this.
No.
Affected you with some manner of fey.
Manner of fey of sorts, yes. But yeah, after I received the letter from my sister, that's when I left to come here. So I'm only trying to find my sister and find answers. And you guys seem to really help me with the situation. I don't think I can get on my own with this.
Well, I mean, you are paying me, so.
I am paying you. And you can go any time I've paid you.
And what about you, Carrion? Why are you here? You never actually said anything about it.
You seem to like drop in on the conversation when I asked AJ for Ruffles for the help.
I just going around doing my thing. Yeah.
Going around and doing your thing sounds about right.
Okay, why do you have skulls on your armor?
Because I got skulls because I got them. They're mine. I got.
You appear to have cut up there, Sean.
Yeah, you phased into the.
I got skulls because this one's Steve, this one's Jarvis, and this one's Larry.
Steve, Jarvis, and
Did you find them? Did you?
Yeah.
Did you kill someone and get them? Did you?
Well, Steve and Larry, I found. Jarvis, he wasn't nice. So, but then when he died, I noticed he had a very good skull.
You noticed?
Yeah. I was after he was trying to steal stuff. I found him. Fight ensued. He died. I thought, well, there's no point just leaving him here, so I took him in and started dissecting him. And then I noticed his skull, and I was, oh, this is a nice skull. So I just added it to my.
You dissected a thief.
Yeah. On the image right that I've created for Sean, one of the skulls has a golden tooth.
Yeah, that's
golden tooth. Who's that one?
That's Jarvis.
That's Jarvis.
That's Jarvis. Jarvis.
Well, I never shame anybody's interests.
No.
They're very beautiful skulls.
I was brought up very studious, and I like to learn, and I did a lot of anatomy and things, and I was learning, and I learned. And I know that it's, from what I can tell, I know it's not normal out here, but when I was at home, that was normal. And like I said, he was very mean. He was being horrible, and he was trying to steal, and he reacted very badly when I tried to tell him to stop, and he just started attacking. And
well, it sounds you're perfectly justified in killing him.
As I mentioned, that sounds like self-defense to me.
And when Mother got home, she wasn't happy, but she understood, and she was she was and once I explained everything, she was very proud. And, yeah.
I mean, out of character, it's not Daxin. This does sound like you know, a serial killer origin story. Like, so, but you know, in D&D world, might not be as unusual.
How dare you?
Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, as for like further things, I lived with my mother, until recently, just before I found you two, really, and I lived with her until I was like I said, to like now, like into my 20s, and then I felt I needed to go out into the world and like and learn and grow.
When you say you lived with your mother, was she still alive at the time?
Yeah. Yes.
If my mother's still around, yeah.
That doesn't answer the question.
She's still around. I mean, we can go and see. I mean, if you want to, you can go and see her if you want. She likes visitors.
I don't see why not.
So her bones are not on current display.
No.
Okay.
Wait, what?
You doesn't spend most of her time like sitting in a rocking chair or.
I mean, once I get sending, I can get her to send messages to you if you want.
Again, that doesn't quite. The question was, is she still alive? Not is she still around?
But she is. She's talkative, and she made me promise not to get into trouble, which it's hard. I found it's very hard to not trouble now that you're out in the world and everything. But I you know,
look suspiciously at Carrion, but lets the matter rest.
That is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I want to establish in the end of this session, by the way.
I mean, like I said, once I get sending, I'll get her to send you a message, and she can assure you that she's you know, she can assure you that she's fine.
Get some message where it's like, "Hello, I'm an old lady."
I love the way you're talking around this. It's great.
Yeah, I will say this nigga. She's dead, right? Like,
Oh yeah, she's totally dead.
yeah. But you're just out to see the world, Carrion.
I'm trying to learn and grow in my abilities and yeah, I'm just trying. And I admittedly kind of got where we were very secluded and out the way, so I didn't get to go out and like get around towns and cities very much. So I don't know how to act.
Yes.
It's understandable.
But I don't see a reason why you can't just be friendly to people and if they're and try and be nice if we're possible, because everything's really cool. So
some people aren't nice is the problem. Some people, like the person who's trying to steal from you, would take advantage of that kindness.
Yeah, well, he came like tried to get to us. He like, I think he followed us when we went in one of the few times we went into town. He followed us out and found where we were, and tried to steal stuff. And
what was he trying to steal?
Oh, just like some like trinkets and valuables that my mother has.
And a Vecna.
Like some book, something like some book about vile darkness or something.
Okay, AJ's clocking onto this.
I'm joking, Aldous.
I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you, Carrion.
Should we kill him now, or should we wait until he turns around?
I really feel we are now just the ancillary characters in Carrion's origin story of like his supreme evilness.
So, who wants another drink?
Yeah, I'll get another round in.
Same again. Ale again, please.
I have no milk.
What's the threshold for rolling for drunken?
It's a con save, isn't it?
You're okay at the moment.
I turned to Karen and I said, I would love to see your mother sometime, Smiley.
She may even like turn up. She does that.
What?
She does. I bet she does.
Oh no!
If she like becomes like a ghosty kind of person, I'd be so happy. Like, hi, ghost mom.
I think if she turns up, we're all in a lot of trouble, and not just us. Like the surrounding community is in a lot of trouble.
I bet it's one of the skulls he's wearing.
Yeah.
But she worries. It's my first time being away by myself. She worries a lot. So
Does your mother have like what you might term as followers?
no.
Or people who?
It was just me and her.
You know what? I would like to have your mother, Smiley.
Well, if she does come and visit, or that does come and check up on me, then I could ask if she can be your mum.
I like that.
Also, I'll ask Gorsmax. Gorsmax? Sam Smacks?
Scramsacks.
Sam Scraps. If he has anything that'd be like good for a shot, like whiskey or something like that.
Oh god, tequila shots, never again.
Yeah.
So one for all of like my table, and send a drink to that guy who's finishing his mead as well.
Okay. So it's 24 gold. 24 gold. 24 gold. That's a load of money. 24,
I was gonna say
24
they're
copper.
becoming happy hour, and now it's
24 copper for the next round, and then we'll say another copper each for shots, so 7 more coppers.
Yeah. Okay. And I shall take them back to our table.
Dax, as you go to the bar or return from it, do you at any point go near the fish on the wall?
Why would you want to go near the fish on the wall? Leave
Say
the trout
no.
alone.
Yeah, well, I'll go to the fish on the wall. I'm curious.
Fly on the wall.
I'm hoping it's one of those ones that sings.
I was gonna say, running down the river.
As you approach the fish, it bends in the middle and it faces you, and its mouth starts flapping. There's a place I like to go further up the river's flow. Where it is I do not know, must be under all that snow. And then it slams back into its normal mounted position.
Why?
Can you make it sing the Hedgehog song? I like that one.
A bit taken
was
aback
kind of
by
cool.
that.
How does that work?
I'll ask Scram Sacks. What's that about?
Trinket, did you say that you didn't trust the trout?
Oh, 1 minute, let me just... Because I've managed to upload some handouts for you now.
Oh, good.
Yay.
So here is, and we'll go over to map view for everybody else to be able to see this as well. This is the fish.
Fuck that thing.
Which is amazing. Give it a like.
Oh, bitey.
This is old Bitey, the fish.
Oh, bitey.
Brilliant.
This is Duvessa.
Duvessa B.
She is the speaker of the town.
Oh yes. Now I definitely remember.
And this is Markham, Sheriff Markham Southwell.
Oh. Oh my goodness, they're all alive.
I recognise him.
So yes, those are the handouts that I was trying to give you earlier.
Every time I see Markham, I just get the idea that he's like 2 days away from retirement. But he's obviously not, because he's been around for many years now.
He looks a bit like Samuel Jackson.
He does a bit.
And that one guy, I forgot his name. It'll come to me later.
But yeah, the fish turns around, sings directly at you, Dax and then slams back against the wall.
I'll ask Graham Sachs what this is about.
It was a.
I'd love it if he would have turned around. I don't know what you're talking about. Really? The fish? What are you talking about?
That's Old Bitey. Quite a few years ago now, it was caught from Maya Daldoon by a rogue named Kintyre and her companion, the Maverick, or at least that's what he called himself. They hauled Old Bitey in here for it to be cooked, but I thought it was better mounted on the wall. And then some prankster wizard cast that on it.
Just
that's weird.
I just got this image of a bunch of like teenage wizards going, "Oh God!"
This is rather scary.
like a dumb YouTube prank video, but with the wizards.
Anyone who gets close to it, it tries to bite them, but every so often it will just sing the song.
Hi, my name is this person. Welcome to Wizard Ass.
Like, comment, subscribe.
That's this person.
Well, I'll just take the drinks to the table, and I will say, so AJ, obviously you're a bard, but what?
That's me.
Why are you out here? What's your story?
I've been living here for about 2 years now.
I'm surprised we
you
haven't
want
met.
more?
As much as little as you want.
Well, I travel around quite a lot. You see, like I said, once upon a time, I just popped out of an egg, danced a little, and then that was it. I was the avian of joy, and I tried to settle somewhere, and I realized it was too suffocating and too hot, so I wanted to find somewhere a little bit cooler, and here I am.
Huh. Well,
Ironically, even if this place is a bit cooler, I find the audience and reception is a little bit warmer. So I stayed.
Let's see.
I'm surprised our paths haven't crossed before.
Well, I'm glad they've crossed now.
I travel around the towns.
Well, I'm very quick.
Fair enough. Yeah. It's one of those things where like you were always like one day ahead of me. I was turned up and was like, just missed this great performer.
Yeah, you should have seen him.
You should have seen him. He was a dancy bastard. Should have said, covered in feathers he was. Covered in them.
Well, now that we are at least on a friendship basis, you are more than welcome to come see my shows whenever you want. You don't even have to leave a tip, although it would be appreciated.
We just gotta wait for the information on Brim now. He was just standing there being quiet.
Yeah.
We'll stare at Brim. Give us the answers.
Brim, tell us your backstory. Hold.
Beep.
Insert backstory here. Oh, that's interesting.
That's amazing. You're so inspiring.
I mean, all I know of Snicket is he keeps blowing things up.
And to think you did all that with a spork. Now...
Things just blow up. I don't know why they blow up. They just blow up.
I just down the shot and then go down the ale.
I sip my milk.
I'm gonna roll a constitution to see if I'm drunk yet.
I think at this point, having very rapidly downed 2 ales and a shot of undisclosed spirit. Yes, please roll me a constitution saving throw.
Hell yeah!
We will.
It's only the finest trout tequila.
Trout
Tequila. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Tequila.
Well,
Yay!
Oh no.
Oh, I'm good.
Yay!
I'm as fit as a fiddle.
So am I.
Cherish and AJ, you both slam the mugs down on the table. You're ready for another round.
Another!
Snicket,
And another one.
you turn a even paler shade of green and just
Collapse on the
claps over backwards.
You rolled that too.
I'm
Yeah,
guessing that's
sword.
going to be Dax. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Riverrooney Dax.
Dax, you turn a different shade of bluey green, teal, and just poof, down on the table.
Oh dear.
And both Dax and Snicket start an impromptu and unplanned afternoon nap. Leaving Cherish, Carrion, and AJ, as well as Mr. Puddings and Rat Berry to continue their afternoon conversations.
I just like look at Karen and AJ say,
It's
"How
convenient that those two of all people.
Are, yeah. How old are you two exactly?
How dare you?
AJ is not here to answer right now.
God damn it. Looks at Carrion then.
Suddenly, AJ needs to carry in a large box. With, I've thought behind what age he was, but I've not actually really confirmed it. Sorry, I'm 22.
Oh. I'm not gonna lie, but you were a bit younger.
Why? Why would you think that? How dare you?
Complexion, really, and how young you look.
Well, I am. So
Forgot how tall I forgot how tall Cherish is now. I've lost time trying to find how tall she is.
25 feet tall.
She's very big.
Brim is also okay.
Well,
Brim goes to buy another round.
Bryn goes to buy another round.
It's slightly cheaper this time.
Talking about this now just makes me a little bit homesick now.
Same here, to be honest with you. Do miss going back to the militia.
But I know that I need to go, if I want to grow as a person and grow my abilities, I need to go out into the world. I can't just stay at home.
Nah.
And as I said, everything's so cool out here. Not just cold, cool, as in really like interesting and really like amazeballs and stuff.
I just pet Mr.
You pet what?
Mr. Puddings.
Yeah. No.
Mr. Puddings enjoys being pet.
Yay.
Two Dax and Snicket are still unconscious.
We can fast forward and they regain consciousness, unless there's anything else that Carrion and Cherish specifically wish to do while Snicket and Dax are out.
Well, we are going to like have the most interesting adventure in
Okay.
the entire world. And it's going to be full of like miniature space hamsters and that. Be amazing, and we get back just as they were.
Yeah.
Okay. About an hour passes, and Dax and Snicket vision suddenly and painfully returns.
That was fun. Let's do it again.
Dax wakes up with Mr. Puddings being held like right in front of his face, like, "Wake up, Dax! Wake up!"
Let's do it again. That was fun. Get another round.
I probably wouldn't do that because it's like I kill animals that sort of. If I wake up and they're over me, that instinct is to kill them.
I just push Mr. Puddings away, like slowly, gently. Push him away. I'm sorry. Drinks another drink.
Where are we? What's happening? What's going on? Are we finished talking about our histories yet?
You killed over.
Ah, good. I'm glad. I always think it's best to skip to the end.
Like AJ started helping this person move like a box with like a weird like screen, like a window in it, and it's like weird.
Sounds fun. I wonder how you make one of them.
I don't know. You need to ask.
You tinker with it. You need to tinker.
For just a split second in Ratberry's cage, you see Ratberry wearing a harness with a little gun attached to it, just, and then it all disappears, and you think, actually, no, that's I definitely didn't see that.
Oh, everything's fine and normal.
And to mention to you two, Carrion and Snicket, okay?
Hello?
If I ever say, can we have a distraction, don't have the crucial part of that distraction be a member of us, one of us, right? Be something else, right? And then, when we're working on one of these, this is to you, Carrion, don't dispute what's going on in our schemes and point out, like, the truth. Because that's counterproductive.
Why not?
Because if the whole purpose is to cause a distraction, you undermining the distraction makes us look suspicious.
Well, we're already being suspicious if he's handing a bag to one of our party members and then that party member goes all paralyzed. Okay?
But just, we were certainly trying to speak to a very important person today, and perhaps you two were undermining us. We're talking about trout, talking about, give it like paralyzing AJ. That,
I point out here that both of those things were Snicket, not me.
Yes.
I'm making notes of this, and I just start writing down no more trout, no more own party members in distractions. I've written that down. That's fine.
And Carrion, the issue was that you
on the table.
Drawn
I was going to say, Snicket, where have you written it?
On the table, of course.
I thought we'd agreed you would write in the snow.
No, snow's no good.
I'm gonna Cherish actually makes a mental note that's just gonna create Tinker spinal notebook for Tinker. Little for
And perhaps we should have some manner of code word for when we should all shut up. Because, today I had to say we're not meant to talk to the authorities, and maybe that's all gives it away.
I don't know. I thought it was very clear.
Why did we have to not talk to the authorities? Was it because of that woman said don't talk to the authorities?
Yeah, she don't involve the authorities.
Why do we go to the authorities in the first place?
On an unrelated matter. To report corruption.
And how do you know that was unrelated?
True. but I do think saying we're involved in a murder investigation tips our hand somewhat. Otherwise, everyone's like A+, great work. You know, these are minor notes.
Cool.
Just immediately starts tinkering with something, having forgotten the last few moments of conversation.
Yes.
Snicket. I just look at Snicket and just see what he's doing.
Nothing much, just tinkering with gadgets.
Difficult to tell.
I actually look at this. So how long have you actually been making things?
Long as I can remember.
Really? Just picked up the stuff and start making things.
As far as I know, yeah. Been doing this as long as I can remember.
That's pretty good.
How long can you remember?
3 months.
3 months.
That's funny because 3 months ago he was caught in quite a bad explosion. And then when his memory for that, but how old are you, Snicket?
What's a good age for a goblin?
I mean, at least 3 months, apparently.
3 months, apparently. Yeah.
Not quite 3 months. 6 a good age. I did not look up appropriate goblin ages. They're still like very like short, aren't they?
They live up to 60 years, according to.
They reach adulthood at 8.
Okay, I'll go for 11.
I'm back.
Hello.
So Snicket's 11.
Baby.
Then why is he drinking?
I'm assuming that's like adult in gold.
Yeah, they've got complicated licensing laws in D&D world of like,
Oh god, okay. What race does sub race to you? Oh god, so you reach adulthood around about 8. Okay.
You're not adult till 120, so come back in 60 years.
What's that? You're a gnome? Oh, it's not until you're about 50. I'm afraid.
I think they've probably just given up on licensing laws in favor of it. It's just like, yeah, fuck it. You can do what you want. It's on you to work it out.
Excuse me, mister. Can I have some beer? Yeah, whatever.
Fine.
Yeah, you're a halfling, right? Whatever.
I apologize for the yawning. I think I'm gonna probably. This is Cherry saying this, but I think I'm gonna probably head to my quarters and just have a bit of a rest before we head out again.
I think actually, as Cherish heads to their quarters, and I assume most of the rest of the group does the same, we'll call it there for this week.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it's starting to get to about that time.
This is fun.
So hopefully next time, 2 weeks' time, we'll have Kiri back and we can continue the fun of finding out everybody's backstory and secrets, and maybe also going on adventures. But it's. Yeah.
Actually, have some Dungeons and Dragons in this D&D game.
Yeah, we definitely need the dad back to keep us on track.
We need Daddy back.
I feel like after Brave falls to Cherish and Dax, and they're not as good as Brave at this sort of stuff.
I would try and be better, but things like I did miss the last session.
No. I do think there's a hierarchy in the group in terms of responsibility, if not leadership, of Brim, Cherish and Dax, AJ, and then Snicket and Carrion, the chaotic lower edge of this structure.
I look forward to the Snicket and Carrion one-shot single adventure where the two most chaotic members of the group go off together.
Yeah. Yet they can never share a room because that room would not exist. It would explode.
No,
might let
it
that
wouldn't-
happen.
We just explode. Things just
it
explode,
wouldn't,
eh?
it wouldn't
It just blow up.
explode. Not at first. You'd open the door, a load of horrible monsters, like monstrous undead, would pour out, and then it would explode.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know we go live. A completely free way that you can support us on the channel. We're going to go over to the credits screen now because I have actually done the credits now. So we've got coming up this week the following streams. On tomorrow evening, myself and Chris will be back with some more Create Above and Beyond as we continue to work through Chapter 3 of Create Above and Beyond, which involves us getting a little help from our ferns. We need to work out how to process the slimy ferns properly and turn them into the 3 resources that each of the slimy ferns turns into.
They're very slimy.
Possibly we need to do that with 1 and then sort of replicate that thing 3 times over. We'll find out. Tune in tomorrow. We'll work it out. It'll be cool. On Tuesday, I'm going to be doing I finished Middle-earth Shadow of War and Talion's story finished, but after Talion's story, there's Eltriel's story. And so tune in to find out what Laura Bailey got up to.
Laura Bailey!
On Thursday night, Angel should be playing some more Knights of the Old Republic over on the Angel Games Player channel.
Oh, that's a good book.
And then on Friday night, Jeff, it's Jeff in the GM chair.
It is, yes. Friday Night Prince of the Apocalypse. We're starting to get to the end as the party fights the first of the elemental prophets, which I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be fun.
Psst, guess what, guys?
Bad.
My birthday's on Tuesday.
Yo!
I'll be old as balls. I'll be 27
Oh,
years.
John, slap them.
Okay.
Yeah. At 27, I mean, that is old.
Oh, I'll be.
John,
like,
slap him.
It'll be like a few
I'm just gonna-
years before I turn 30.
I'm just going to nuke the Discord. It's fine. I'll nuke it from orbit. On Saturday next week, it is the Final Boss Fight pub quiz, where I've got a round on Deadpool, I've got a round on Terry Pratchett books, and I've got a couple of rounds on 90s things.
Ooh.
That'd be quite lovely.
Yeah.
So tune in for that. And then on Sunday next week, it is the Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We had a bit of a week off last week because we had about 3 of us were laid up with the plague. And we decided to do a shopping special, not on stream shopping session, so that the shopping didn't actually need to take place of any of the gameplay. So next time we'll be back to do any role-playing that took place in that time, as well as potentially finishing up any additional shopping and heading back into the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Or just dealing with the interpersonal stuff that came up in the very role-playing heavy episode we did just before MCM, where we asked the question of what makes someone a monster. So tune in to find out if they've worked out what that is yet, or if we're still questioning it. Tune in for all that good stuff, and we will now do a raid.
Raid on me now.
Who are we going to raid? We're not going to raid Tanny, because Tanny's not live. We're going to raid Joby. We're going to raid Joby 1.
Joby One Kenobi?
Who is doing some Sea of Thieves.
Tea of Steves.
So go and give Joby some love. We'll see you guys again real soon. For now, so long. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.